My fear when playing this game is that something is going to be broken or glitched to a point where it makes the game impossible. And now we can push this over. If we can. Maybe we can't push it over now. So let's hit play on Rolling Rocks. Danger ahead, watch for Rolling Rocks. Yet another Mario reference. And that was before... Was it? Well, I don't know if it was before the meme video came out, but believe me, I would have titled it that anyway. So, okay, we have to go backwards here. There we go. To get these. Now, admittedly, I was kind of running out of ideas by the mountain area, so one of my teammates suggested I cut the mountain area entirely from the game. Gosh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, we do have to do this, though. I don't know if I would want to cut the mountain area entirely, but I didn't really want to, that's why I didn't. But it may also be better to have fewer levels that are higher quality. I don't think I skipped any gold snowflakes. I hope not. That wouldn't make any sense. No, I don't think I did. But the whole design of the mountain area came from the boulders, because the boulders were a thing that were in Snowball Saves Christmas, and so that's why I had them here. Well, and there's another level later on that has another something else from Snowball Saves Christmas, but I really hope that I don't... I hope that I know where the second snowflake is. I'm not entirely sure that I do. Whoa! That's a glitch for sure. That's an annoying sound effect. I'm gonna have to edit that one out. Oh! Well, there's a snowflake. I think that's the last one, though. Okay, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't skip it, and we're just gonna go for it. No, I definitely skipped it. I know exactly where it is. Darn. Hold on a minute. Well, I'll come back and get it later. Now, the one thing that you can't do is you can't dodge the boulders with the right-clicking, which makes this a lot harder than otherwise. Okay, like, this is kind of also not really fair because you can't possibly know that there's a hidden area down here. I should have put some coins up closer to the top there. So let's go back and get the second snowflake. Here we go. This is the part we skipped earlier. So this seems relatively normal, right? You're not really doing a whole lot, but there is a golden snowflake during this point. So I always try to put... oh gosh. You know, you don't want the player to just be sitting around doing nothing. You want them to have something to do. Oop. I guess this works well enough. So depending on your skill, depending on the stats that you have for Snowball, you can either go across that and back, or you can jump up to that ledge, or that ledge. Whichever way you want to do it, you can grab the gold snowflake. But now, oh gosh. Come on. There we go. We still have to get to the checkpoint to actually save the fact that we got our snowflake, so we'll do that real quick. Alright. Done. Okay, let's move on to the waterfall area. Up the waterfall. Okay, so let's go to the right. Like, this is another level that I like the concept of it, but my execution of it was not perfect. Even at the time, I was like, I don't know about the execution of this part. Look at that, there's a little area back there. So here we have rolling logs, which is from Super Mario Bros. 2. That's where those come from. And obviously you have to do what you did in that game, and you have to stand on them to go across the platforms. Now, the implementation of the physics could be a lot better on these, because it's very easy to roll right off of them. But because basically they're moving vertically, but they're also platforms that you can go through from below, or you're supposed to be able to. And I think that you can go through them from below. And the way that I coded that sort of bounces you up through them, as you can see, which I guess works, but it's a little finicky if you don't really know what you're doing. If you're the average player and you're just trying to, if you do that, then obviously that does not work, but here we go. So that's where the first snowflake is. And again, if you're wondering how was I supposed to know that or whatever, you can always ask Santa in the gift shop, and he'll tell you exactly where the gold snowflakes are. So it's not impossible to figure it out. There's probably a snowflake in this area too. So the cones are back, obviously. I don't really know which way I'm supposed to be going. Okay. Not down here. Yeah, I could have, and by could have I mean should have, put some coins to indicate which way to aim these. It's interesting how you can sort of tell which levels I put more effort into. At least I can tell. But to me, it seems pretty obvious in retrospect. Like, it actually comes out in the game's design, right? It's not just like me remembering, oh yeah, I was really tired when I made this level. It's like, you can tell I was tired when I made the level. Okay, so clearly that is where the gold snowflake is. So, how do we get that one? We go down here. Also, the red birds obviously don't really do anything. That's where having like more of a game design document would have come in handy there. How am I supposed to? Oh, I see. Clever. Clever me. That just skips that whole section, really. Yeah, but you know, you live and you learn, right? That's how you get better at it, so. And I still think it's a fun game, don't get me wrong. But being a game designer and being a perfectionist type of person, I'm going to be critical of my own stuff. Like this, you know, this is like super, I mean, I guess I had to hide something behind a waterfall at least once in the game, but, you know, that's just a little too easy compared to the other ones that we just went through. And then, like, the whole level design here just fizzled out because it's like, okay, you can try to use the logs, or I'll just give you clouds to jump up, and then the level's over. So, like, yeah, this was a great idea, but it just didn't pan out in terms of actually making it happen. Clearly, I got tired of that level really fast. Rainy Ruins is also kind of similar. I mean, I guess there's rain, but it doesn't really do anything, you know? Now, this is weird. What the heck? There's a bunch of rocks flying around. Anyway, so you have to hit that guy in his middle, where the crack is in his stomach. And that guy's actually based off of I think a Canadian type of stone structure that they call, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to try and butcher the name, but you can find it online if you search for it. Oh man. It's like a Native American, but Native Canadian statue, which I only know about because one of my friends is from Canada and told me about it. I'm not from Canada. Nor do I know a lot about Canadian history. Actually, I have a lot of friends from Canada for some reason. I don't know why that happens. Okay, so I really don't remember how to get to the snowflake on this one. It's probably going backwards like this. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming I should not go down into those bottomless pits. Go up here into this little hole. Okay, I don't know if that really did anything useful. Oh, it skipped the snowflake for me. That's what it did. Okay, this is kind of clever. Okay, the rocks is a really weird thing. Okay, this may actually be really difficult. I don't know how to get past the rocks. Like, clearly I'm supposed to use these guys as platforms, but the rocks may make this difficult. We just have to kind of go for it, probably, you know. It would be easier if I had gotten more of those power-ups, but again, it's like, it's not really doing what a good puzzle should do, which is, you know, if this is more of a puzzle platformer, would be better. But it's not really building on any skills you learned either. It's just sort of like powering through it, you know? So that's kind of what I would emphasize is like, well, that's not really testing any skill you have. It's just sort of brute forcing it. Now here, you're supposed to go down into that little tunnel area, but since I want to show you the gold snowflake, we're going to go up here, and we're going to go up that way, and get launched way up on the top. Boom! We didn't get any coins, but we hit the snowflake. So, and that's the level. So, again, the mountain ones are slightly less inspiring, I think. Windswept Peaks. Now this actually has an interesting game mechanic in it, but again, the execution is subpar, I would say. And from a game design standpoint, I would also mention you don't want people to, you know, you want people to end your game on a high note. You don't want to leave them bored at the end, or frustrated, even worse, right? There has to be a way up there somehow. Is that the only way to do it? Oh, alright, well that works. I don't think that was the intended way of doing it. Oh, maybe that was. Interesting. No, that can't be right. I refuse to believe that's the right way of doing it. At least it's possible. Alright, well. Again, there's a lot to be desired on this one. Okay, now we've got the wind blowing left and right instead of up and down. Let me see if I can get the snowflake here too. This one's easy enough. Yeah, like my fear when playing this game is that something is going to be broken or glitched to a point where it makes the game impossible. And, you know, this is one of the reasons I wanted to stop using the Unity game engine, was because I think it was this level and another one coming up, that the next one after this, the castle level, where I updated the Unity engine to work on my new game, and when I loaded this game into the new engine, like, it broke the physics, and it literally made the level impossible to play. And so my fear is like, and that may have been a thing in that other section I just got out of, was that, you know, maybe it really was slightly buggy from that incident, you know. But my big fear is that, like, you know, because I know I've gone through the game to double check that everything's right, but it's like, did I really? Or was there something that I even missed back then, right? You know, and I'm just tired of dealing with external problems like the Unity game engine. Like, if I were to remake this, I would probably just do it in Unity because it was already built in Unity, but barely enough money. All right, we'll buy it. Okay, so we'll go here and we'll do the Misty Mines. Let us hope that this is a good level. So the pink aesthetic I thought was kind of neat. Be careful, the Misty Mines are filled with fog that won't let you see where you'll land. So basically, this is sort of a gimmick level. You know, normally you have the line, but when there's the fog, when you're in the fog, you can't see your line. So that's kind of a thing that makes the level more difficult. Like, I don't know, I mean, I guess I was scratching for ideas at this point, scratching the bottom of the barrel. But conceptually it is an interesting idea, because you get so reliant on the line that now you're doing it levels without the line. You have to be a little bit smarter about how you do this. Okay, this is a callback to the first level in World 1 with the tunnel, right? The one with the falling platforms. So, again, same location for the snowflake. The only difference is you don't have your line with you now. Question is, did I add boulders? I think I did at this point, right? Because that's what the mountain introduced, was the boulders. Surprised I didn't add a waterfall, actually, come to think of it. Uh-oh. Okay, this is actually tricky because those pillars don't come back. And you have to be careful here because you need to double jump. And the only way you can double jump is if you accurately know where you used your line. Okay. Just one more snowflake. Oh, there are spikes there. I didn't see that. Okay, snowflake's there. I remember working on this snowflake. I remember this gave me a lot of trouble. Okay, not bad. And that was just a little bit of a tactical maneuver we had to do there. Nothing too tricky though. And then I believe this is the end of the level. Yeah. That was pretty short. It was a good level though. I mean, I enjoyed it more than... It seemed more well put together than the other two that we had gone through. So, okay, Summit Stronghold. Let's hope that This is not... Okay, Summit Stronghold. Let's hope that this is not glitched out too bad. It's my fear. I know that that you can beat the level, but I just don't know. I'm hoping that the snowflakes aren't too bad to get. Welcome to Summit Stronghold. Sir Solar awaits you at the top. So initially, these sun enemies were not in this level, but the level was just way too boring and easy without them, so I just added them in, and now they float all over the place. Now this, some people might wonder, okay, what's with the arrows on the sides? And what is this? What is this? What is it doing? I probably should have put a signpost explaining those, because that would probably help a lot of people. But you hit the lever, and it's like, okay, it's a fan that blows wind up. And now you can ride the wind to the top. Before we do that, let's go over here to the secret passage and get the gold snowflake. Wow, that's a fast wind. You basically have to do this to get past it. Okay, now you go back here to the checkpoint. And there's again, it's a castle level, so we've got puzzles here, right? Wind puzzles. So we hit the lever, and now the wind blows. So if we go back up here to the cloud, we bounce ourselves up here, fly in the wind, and we can either use the bird as a platform, or we can just double jump. Same issue here, I think. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of open air platforming in this one. I don't know why the platforms are rotated. If that's just a way to prevent you from easily climbing to the top, I don't know. Now the thing is, when you're in the wind, you get your double jump back, so that's very convenient, and that's how you end up getting that snowflake there. What is this? Oh, was that actually a snowflake you're just supposed to get? Intentionally? Oh, no, okay. The door brings you up there. Okay, I see. Yeah. If you don't get the snowflake, you go in through that door. You come out here. Okay. So we have that blowing us up there. What's with this cloud down here? Whoa, okay, I see. So there's a one-way passageway with spikes and some clouds. So now... Uh-oh. Why am I able to push this? That's not good. Alright, I'm afraid to push that into the wall. Okay, so let's hit the lever here. That sends the boulder flying. And so then you're like, what's the point of that? And obviously, this is a puzzle, right? So let's hit the lever again. And the boulder's gonna fall now. Let's knock the boulder. Wait a minute. Okay, that lever doesn't control both fans. So let's find a lever that controls that other fan. Because we definitely want that to be pushed left. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. So this is where I'm remembering this puzzle. So that's when you do this to rotate that. And now we can push this over. If we can. Maybe we can't push it over now. Okay, so after dying, I've reset the situation. So yeah, that was not planned, right? Okay, there we go. That's what's supposed to happen. And then we just do that, and then it falls down. And then it's naturally going to follow us down here. but it's not going to be blown up because the air is not on. So we got to flip the switch. Now it's blowing the air up, and it's just naturally going to fly into this. And let's come up here to watch it. Goes that way, hits the metal, and there we go. Now we got our gold snowflake. And we can kind of just do this to get to the end of the castle. Checkpoint. Now initially, this was going to be the boss fight for the very first world, instead of the fight with the guy who fires coals at you. It was going to be this level with the tower here and the sun. So this is, of course, the angry sun from Mario, except slightly more angry looking. And he has a mustache. He had different fight mechanics before, but I eventually settled on this, where his fire just sort of goes in and out, and you just have to hit him. And you know, so the wind is blowing both directions. You have moving platforms that you have to use to hit him, and I don't know. It's not bad. It could be a lot worse, but I feel like there's some missed potential on this as well. There we go. Anyway, pretty solid fight. Hey, thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to go to goldbargames.com. You can check out our website and find all of our games available for purchase on Steam and itch.io and maybe other platforms as well. And at the very bottom of our website, you can find our mailing list, so be sure to sign up for that. All you have to do is enter your first name, last name, and an email address, and then you just hit the subscribe button. And there you go, you're subscribed. And once you're on our mailing list, you'll receive email updates for releases of our games or demos for new games that we're working on. You'll be the first to know of all of that cool stuff, and we look forward to being able to share all of that with you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.